Uh, this is God's gift to the elderly, the internet.
You know what I've always wanted to talk about?
What?
Your website.
My website. I'm very happy about my website. It's become almost an obsession with me.
How long have you been working on it?
I had my own website about 17 years, and I can tell you how it began. I began going through some websites. I learned about something called the web or the internet or something it was. I'm fascinated by it. And of course, you find a couple of places there that you like, and you keep going back to them. And after a while, I would find articles or stuff of interest, and I would send it in to this one and that one, and they would thank me. Sometimes they would actually post what I sent in, and they would say, "Hack tip to Fred," meaning thanks, Fred, for what you sent us. And one day, one guy said to me, I think he was in Texas, or maybe Denmark. He said, you send in a lot of stuff that's interesting. Why don't you start your own website, your own blog? What do I know? I'm an old guy. What do I know? Start a website. I was very lucky. I found this woman in Canada who was not her technical background, but she had an amazing ability on this. She was really a creative kind of person. And she helped me set it up. And so I began doing it. And as I began doing it more and more, I became obsessed with it to the point that I would get up every day, go rushing to the computer, and put stuff up.
So what kinds of stuff do you put up?
Well, I put up, basically I started putting up stuff that interested me. And then I found out that stuff that interested me sometimes would interest other people. And so then I began to expand. I said, my area of interest has always been literature, but there's more to life than that. And I began to get interested in science. Then I got interested in technology. I'm not a scholar in those fields. I have no super background in those fields.
You just post on those topics.
But those are things that I think are important to the ordinary reader, to the ordinary citizen. Today, with the virus thing, for example, we need to know what science has to say. And then the good thing about it was that it became so important to me doing this website that even when I had to go away, like for a 2-week vacation or go to Europe or go off out of town for a week or two for a vacation, I started booking stuff, bookmarking, so it would appear even in my absence. So I never missed. In 17 years, I've always had stuff appearing, and my site has grown in popularity.
How many visits do you get a day?
Well, you get two kinds of things. You get what they call unique visits. That is one person visiting it, a second person visiting it, a third person. I get about between 2,000 and 3,000 unique visits a day. But because there's so much material, these people return again and again to read the stuff there. So we're talking 10, 15, sometimes 18,000 visits a day on my site.
30 Eastern Seaboard time. So far, I've had 2,199 visitors today, and many of them come back because there's so much to be seen. So now I have 16,591 visits on my site, and now it's going to go on through the night when more and more people come. So I get a lot of traffic, and so I purposely put a lot of stuff up there so people will keep coming back for more and more and more.
Right. And now I'm doing it 7 days a week when I used to only do it 5 days a week because I get hold of so much material and I love doing it. It's become easy for me to do it.
How many hours a day do you spend blogging?
Oh, I can put up a full issue there, maybe an hour and a half. But I spend a lot of time combing through it. And you know what? Here's the secret: combing around, looking for interesting stuff, has really given me a good deal of energy, education, and pleasure. It just keeps me going and going. In addition to reading, I love combing through and learning new things, constantly learning new things because I'm seeking new things to add on to my site.
From what websites do you draw in these links, or are you not allowed to tell us? Is it a secret?
Yeah, it's a heavily guarded secret. No, I go to I go to Google and I get.
Whoa, Google.
No, I go to search engines to get photography. I love street photography. One of my favorite forms of just ordinary street photography. People in different cities. I love street art. I love that, and I go to different cities and get street art in Philadelphia, for example. It's magnificent. I get music every so often. I put it there, but I learn I can't put much music up because no one wants to go through a website to sit down and listen to 20 minutes of a song on a YouTube thing. They're too busy. They flit about, find it interesting.
Just like people wouldn't want to watch 20 minutes of my dad on YouTube.
Right.
Tell us about the secret sauce of your website. What do you post to draw people in?
Well, I do put women. I have to admit it. It's not pornography. I make this distinction. Pornography is when two people are having coitus, and if you don't know what that Latin word means, it means f***ing. So if people are actually having sex, I don't do that. Bare naked women, yes, I'll put bare naked women. But now I mark it as not safe for work because a lot of people are working out of the home, and I don't want kids stumbling upon it by accident while their father.
Not safe for working from home.
Well, so I don't want kids stumbling on it while their father may be looking at my website. So yes, it's what I call the Playboy technique. A lot of good essays, a lot of good readable stuff, and yes, there are some girls there too. And I'm only reading Playboy for the essays. No, they're reading for the girl. And guess what? When I check the statistics, you'd be surprised at how many more hits or views the bare naked women get than the rest of it.
What do you use to track your data, your site visits?
There are any number of. I use WordPress, and that includes a tracker. It gives you all kinds of information. What kind of search engines are being used? Where the visitor is coming from? It could be Amsterdam. We'll record that. The time. How many times he's been there. Yeah, it's amazing how much material can get recorded just in the graphing, keeping data.
Do you know HTML?
I picked up some over time. I'm not that good at it, but yeah, I can do some basic posting.
All right, watch. All right, now I'm going to post it right now, right? Watch. Now watch this.
And you've over the years you've gotten letters and money from fans and
every so often
visit his website.
Well, every so often to help fund my website because it costs money for a number of things. I sign up, for example, to keep my machine clean of viruses. I pay extra for that. I have something that cleans the machine to keep it going properly. I have WordPress, which monthly charges. So yeah, there are expenses, and so maybe twice a year I ask for donations, and people have been very generous. They send me donations, which your mother instantly snacks from me. But it supports itself, so I'm not a drag on my family by shelling out money. It keeps
Yeah,
me going.
I remember some of your donations paid for my college textbooks.
Some people have been helpful. They've been generous. Some people have been super kind.
And if anyone wants to send donations for Fredside Chats, I will happily accept them.
But I found out that I have a stalker at another site who read my background, my records from an oral history I did at Rutgers about my war experience and so forth. And he stalks me. He mentions me on the site and keeps saying evil things about me and my record.
Oh, yeah. What advice would you give to someone looking to start a blog?
Do what interests you. Put down the sort of things that interest you. Don't bother with stuff that's of no interest. You're probably not going to start anything that's brand new or unique in any way. It's all been done before. Just try to do it in a way that expresses who you are. It's like art or literature or music. Just do what feels right for you to do. Express what's really a part of you to do. My website, I think the success it's had has been very simple. It's because it's more like an anthology. It brings things together. I don't make many comments about anything. I simply say, here it is. I think you're going to enjoy these things. And that's what an anthology does. Here it is. Enjoy it. You won't like everything. You'll like some things. Pick and choose. And by the way, it's all free. You don't have to sign up to be there.
Do you have any final words?
My final words are, find something you love doing no matter what your age is. Give it your all, and it'll work out. Sometimes we hit hard times. They'll get better. It doesn't rain all the time. There's a sun out there. Just be patient. Keep at it. You'll find it. You'll find the joy that'll enliven your heart.
Oh, do you want to blow them a kiss goodbye?
Yes, I love you.